Louisiana is a world-class state. We have 5 of the top 15 ports in the country, the most active natural gas sector, some of the most oil refineries of any state in the country, the mouth of the mighty Mississippi River, imports and exports. If you look at our assets, Louisiana should be the economic powerhouse of the country. And yet we continue to fall short in providing opportunity for our families and educating our kids. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to policy.
We're a great place to visit. We're a great place to come and eat great food, but people don't want to stay here.
Every day we hear another news article of how Louisiana is falling behind. We are losing people at an alarming rate, and it's just devastating.
The data is showing that people are leaving each and every year. Texas and Florida, Tennessee, Mississippi. These states are growing while we continue to remain stagnant and even shrinking a little bit.
What the average person cares about is a place where their kids and their grandkids can choose to stay and raise their family. People are almost always refugees of opportunity.
I want to take a road trip to visit all my friends. I just got to drive through Texas. It's not a unique story. They're looking for jobs.
So you gotta ask why? Why is that happening?
It's because we have a complicated tax system, failing education. Our challenge is always the status quo. The system works for a small group of people, but it doesn't work for anyone else. What that really boils down to is systems of power and people that just don't want change. They kill it, they stop it, and they're unapologetic. If you've paid attention to the headlines, what you've seen is Louisiana businesses that were homegrown grow to a place to where eventually they have to leave because they can't find what they need in our state to be successful. We put up roadblocks at every turn.
Businesses want to invest their capital and people want to raise their family. If Louisiana is going to have a future 300 years as significant as the previous 300 years, then we have to create a political and economic environment that is encouraging for business to locate here.
At the end of the day, what businesses need is stability. The simplest possible tax policy that's the easiest to follow is going to be the best for growth in business. When they know what the rules are, and the rules are consistently and evenly applied to everyone so that it's just as applicable to Amazon as it is to the corner store, business can grow.
Entrepreneurs are people who innovate, and we want those people in Louisiana, whether it's in the oil and gas industry, the technology sector, or the tourism and hospitality sector. We want people to choose Louisiana.
Right now, we have far too many barriers that get in the way, and that means they take those ideas to other states, take those jobs to other states, and our kids and grandkids follow them. We have an education system that all too often is failing too many kids.
One of the things that all the parents need to have is the opportunity to explore all different types of school. If we had more choice, if we had more things to look at and decide what fits our kid the most, that's what we need.
And the implication of that is really serious. We look at the connection between educational outcomes and future crime. We look at the connection between educational outcomes and workforce needs. What we know is kids in that area are highly likely to be in poverty, highly likely to enter the justice system, and highly likely to be disruptive to society.
It's our job to help families understand what's possible and arm them with the information that they need to advocate for their kids and choose something better. Whether it's homeschool, whether it's charter schools, a micropod, learning pods, education savings accounts. The future of our state depends on getting this right.
The greatest poverty in Louisiana is the poverty of imagination. We have to have the ability to imagine ourselves as a great state where our kids and grandkids can stay and thrive, where everybody has opportunity, where we are competitive not just nationally, but globally. We can retain all of our culture and everything that makes us unique, but also have very high standards on things that other people do well.
Imagine it's 3 years down the road and we've eliminated the income tax.
Imagine a Louisiana where our schools are the best performing in the country.
Imagine entrepreneurs choosing Louisiana over Texas or Florida or Tennessee.
Imagine a Louisiana where people are flocking to live here, not just visit for a week.
That's what can happen if we take bold, big transformational changes today.
The Louisiana Comeback Story, it's a comprehensive approach to all of the problems that we face in education and tax reform, justice reform, general opportunity policies like the right to earn a living and occupational licensing. There's an enormous opportunity in this election cycle for us to ask hard questions and hold our elected officials accountable to those answers.
If we're gonna win this, if we're gonna turn our state around, that means everybody has to come together. At the end of the day, policy is what changes lives. Policy is what has caused these problems, and policy is what's gonna fix them.